feels great out here. My goodness. I have not brung my camera out in a very, very long time.
Encore.
And I think it's time to do another video and have a bit of a conversation about where things have landed so far. Because I am in a position that I did not think I would be in. So, we'll look at the bright side of things. I haven't given up or anything like that. You know, it's just hard muscling through being in this dealership and having to low-key take advantage of people and not being creative. But there are some things happening, right? So it's not all gloom and doom. I've been contacted by a director to assist on a documentary. It is a very, very, very popular story that is decades in the making. There is a intimacy and closeness that the filmmakers that I'm partnering with have to this story and its occupants that other people would pay for. I think it'll be a unique perspective, and I'm more than willing to give my all to the project, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity. You probably remember this from a video over a year ago, a short film that a cousin of mine was working on. We didn't get around to it, but she did link with another producer, writer, who is doing a short. And we're gonna be scouting and blocking for that in one day, next Friday, and then shooting that on Saturday. It's been a few months in the making, lots of conversations, a lot of other locations being looked at and blocking kind of mapped out. But I think we are finally on the location that we're gonna use, and that's gonna happen next Friday. And then we're gonna shoot that on Saturday. I do not like working that fast, that abruptly, without giving myself the necessary time to think. And then I also have a job now. So it's kind of hard to just tell these normies, people outside of film that I gotta go do something that's nourishing for my soul. I apologize if things just look so thrown together right now. I literally just walked out the house like I normally do and just threw some clothes on and just grabbed my camera. So and I'm using this to monitor, still on the fence about what this channel really is. I did do a feature, and I don't know if I told everyone that. I got the first day see a feature, which also had a day of camera operating because the operator had to leave, which was nice. That was like a $300,000 feature, kind of Lifetime movie-ish deal with a cinematographer locally. His name is Jeff Barklage. I've learned so much from him, and I hope to continue to learn from him. There was something else in there. There's a short in there somewhere that I worked on. Oh yeah, there is. The director, I'm sorry, the writer and producer that my cousin is working with for the short we're doing next Friday or next weekend. We have worked on one before where I was the gaffer and my cousin was the cinematographer, and our writer producer had hired another woman to be the director. It was a great turnout. It was a very important story to tell, and we had an auditorium at Wade Woods High School, it was a Winton Hills High School. Had that whole auditorium filled with people to watch that short. There were vendors, and there's food, there was community. Everybody was black and fabulous. It was great. And so that producer is the one that's spearheading this one for next week. And now my cousin is directing it. And so I get to be the cinematographer. And there are just certain ways that I'm gonna do things that are gonna be different from the way she did things. And so hopefully everything is cohesive and everything works together. Those things are happening. So I'm very excited. I'm not down in the dumps or anything like that. Not in the slightest. It's just, things just feel different. Maybe I'm mourning an old part of myself that has to go to make way for the new version of me. I do hate to end this so abruptly, but I, again, ran out the house. I thought I had 3 batteries. Turns out I only had 1 because the other 2 were not charged. And this one is getting ready to pass. So, oh, see that big ass bug? I'm gonna get on out of here, get back to the house, and, you know, pick myself up. I guess I can show you all the setup. Same as before. I put the IR and D filter in there this time. I found out that shooting open gate on this camera is an aspect ratio that is slightly larger than IMAX. So with this 25mm lens, I'm getting the same effect as IMAX with a 80mm medium format lens on an IMAX camera. Getting kind of the similar same field of view with that speed booster in there. Getting some extra light in there with the extra depth of field. I lost my tripod on a job I was just rushing around on and left it somewhere. So irresponsible. And I had to use my spare. I keep a spare one just in case. You know, for those who don't keep a spare tripod, keep one, please. But yeah, this is all that's left in her. Look at that.